Hey everyone, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live. I am Demetrius, and I'm joined by my wonderful friends, Riona, Kendra, and BK. Yes, so you might be wondering, what are we playing today? And that is Super Mario Brothers Wonder. And if you're also wondering, does he have any more puns like that? Yeah, I do. I really do. So before we begin, let me just set the little setting here. This is going to be taking place in the wonderful Flower Kingdom. That is a setting for this new game. And Mario and his friends are going to be helping Prince Florian stop Bowser from using the power of wonder. So, with that being said, Kendra, why don't we go ahead and show our first course?
Sweet, yeah. So I am going to start right out as playing as Daisy. This is the first time you've ever been able to play Daisy in a
Yes!
scrolling Mario game, so I'm definitely starting out as Daisy because she's rad.
It's great to see her in action.
It is. And that little character over there that had things to say to me is called a Talking Flower, and he's kind of all over the place in the levels here. He talks about what's going on around you. Sometimes he might comment on what you're doing. Sometimes he might give you tips. But I am
All
going
kinds of
to.
fun stuff.
I know. I'm like, but now I need to get this immediately.
Yes!
Be an elephant. So this is a brand new power up for
Best
this game.
power-up.
So fun. As you can see, I can use my trunk
Get 'em.
to
Oh.
attack. I can also knock multiple blocks at a time. Yeah, he does look serene, huh?
Oh, look how.
Bye.
Oh.
And then you can also you can pick up water. So there's a dry flower there, and I'm gonna water it,
So
and it's
cool.
gonna give me some stuff.
I love the way that Goomba was following you with his eyes. You saw what you
Like,
did.
I know what you've done. Yeah. Let me see. So these coins that I'm gathering, they're called flower coins, and they're actually like the currency of the game. So you can spend them at what are called poplin shops. Poplins are the subjects of Prince Florian, and we'll meet one of them a little bit later.
Yes.
I love you coming into that fight. There's so much like fun animation work and some
Yes.
little character touches here and there.
And it's so colorful, which I love. But now we're coming up to a really exciting part of the game. So, BK.
Yeah, this is the Wonder Flower, and this is sort of your main goal in each of these courses is to find the Wonder Flower and activate the power of wonder, which is what Bowser's after.
I'm gonna do it.
Activate it.
Wait.
I'm going.
There it goes. Yeah, so Wonder Flowers will activate something wonderful in each of these courses. Sometimes they change the environment around you. Sometimes they change you, the player character, into something unexpected. It's always a fun surprise, and it makes it really fun to explore, figure out where it is, and then see what happens. My favorite part of the Wonders is that you can hear, when you trigger one, you can hear voices in the background yelling, "Wonder!" which is the game's way of saying, buckle up.
It's going down.
Yeah.
And oh, go for it.
Oh, no two wonders are alike, right? You never know what you're gonna get. That's my favorite part. It's always a fun
There's
surprise.
so many cool things.
And you also you can opt to not trigger the wonder sequence and play through the level without it. And sometimes there's benefit to doing that, but I just love the chaos that ensues, so I'm like all about it.
There's one thing we know about you, is that you love chaos.
I really do. I feel seen.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Poplin.
Yeah, so there's a poplin,
They're so cute.
and
And there's Prince Florian. Hi, Prince Florian.
yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention also the Wonder Seed was the thing that I grabbed at the very end of the sequence that caused the Wonder sequence to end. And you're gonna want to grab those throughout the game. Those are super important to progression of the game. But now I'm going to hop over to what's called a badge challenge. So we have a new mechanic in the game. They're called badges. It's basically wearable power. You put them on and you are able to, you get new abilities, and there are many different.
Oh, you were going to change your character. But
Oh, I was.
It's okay.
Oh, no.
Or Daisy.
I must. I
Only
must.
Daisy.
I
Forever.
know. I'm like, no.
we have so
We're
many
gonna.
wonderful characters. Yes, I got
I'm hopping back. I'm like, this is really important to me. I need to show. I'm like, I need the blue toad energy up in here because
yellow.
Blue-
Yellow.
no, I'm gonna go with blue.
Oh!
Yeah, feeling a bit.
Spicy
bit
change.
Are you holding-
I'm like, I need the mellow energy of the blue toad.
All right, because blue toad is kind of mellow and yellow toad is like 5 cups of coffee.
Me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Totally me right
Demetrius.
now.
Yeah. So okay. So now I'm entering into this badge challenge level. So for
right,
this
here we
one, I've got what's called the wall climb jump. I'm going to show you how it functions, but I do. So these challenges are kind of an opportunity for you to try out the new badge. There are progressive levels for the badge challenges. So if you're looking for more of a challenge as you go through, you can play those and try to complete them all.
They do get surprisingly hard.
They really do.
Fun.
Yeah, and as you can see, I can jump straight up the wall, and then, hang on one sec, we're gonna time this.
There you go. Well
Whee!
done.
Look at that.
And then we go
Got
here.
this.
So I can bounce up once, and then I can bounce against the wall again. And I'm
One thing
going
to note
for
too is
everything.
when you're playing through courses, you can have many different types of badges. They kind of like, give you different play styles. So you want to figure out how you want to use it. Some are great for particular courses, but you can use them in many fun ways.
Yeah, and you go through and unlock the different ones, and you'll definitely have your own favorites. I really love that one because it just enables you to get to areas that you might otherwise not be able to get to.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
switched to the Toad as well, because that was probably the best day of that Toad's life. The biggest vertical leap that Toad's ever had.
Leave no Toad behind. So Riona, yeah, do you want to
Yeah.
play?
All
I
right.
would love
So
to.
we're hopping into 2-player
Ooh.
now. And I'm gonna play as Peach this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Luigi.
Perfect.
And we're heading on to the next level, and we're gonna change. So now that we've introduced badges, we're going to start using them in the levels. And for this one, we're going to use what's called the crouching high jump.
Yes.
So for that one, it's people who played some of the old school Mario games will recognize it. It looks very similar to the powered up jump that you can do in Super Mario Brothers 2,
Which
when
is
you crouch down and then you would kind of like flash and jump really high.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna hop into this next level and show you what that's all about.
Yeah.
One other thing to mention too is in a moment you'll be seeing that we're going to be doing local multiplayer. So you'll actually see both players here using the same badge.
And I really like Luigi's animation here. Like, it's so cool.
And I grabbed, so I just got this brand new power up. Also, this is a brand new enemy called a conch. And they do not mess around. But yes,
I lost it.
we'll get
Wait,
you
I'll be
another
an
one.
elephant. You'll be fine.
There you go. Yeah, I'm like, we'll get you another one. So, so as you can see with the drill power up, I'm able to go down into the ground. I can also go up into the ceiling and move around like that. And I can go beneath these jewel blocks and bust them open.
Yeah.
Just super handy, especially in this level.
Save that poor flower.
Oh no!
Look out!
Here we go. Here you go.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
You got
Thank
it.
you.
There we go.
All right. Now
This
I
little passageway here, we can also go through, and if we didn't have the drill power up, we wouldn't be able to do that. But we have it, so we can. But yeah, you can see as I crouch down, I'm able to do this, and it's kind of cool too, because when you have the drill power up,
Oh, look.
you go into the ground. Oh, hey, hello, we've got some friends. So this is a perfect opportunity to talk about the online multiplayer. So we've got a couple of friends playing with us at the moment, and they're able to put down these little things, which are called standees. They're also doing some little emotes at us.
Would you like me to demonstrate what I can do?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would love if one of them would put down a standee.
no! Go back to
Oh,
the
that-
No, Sandy, no!
There.
I need you. Okay, thank you.
There we go.
So actually, there we go. So now they online have put down a standee, and that is going to enable us to basically, if one of us falls down here, what Riona was trying to show is that I can actually come back by using one of those standees. And I'm now also going to grab this drill power up, which one of the online players left for us.
no.
Just super nice.
Little parting gift.
Yeah, so another really cool thing is if you're playing solo and you have online functionality turned on, you can have people come in and they can leave those standees, and then you'll have the ability to resurrect yourself in that way. So it's just super handy, and I'm glad we were able to show that.
I want to take a minute to talk about the fashion in this game. Because, an elephant in overall's already stunning, but Princess
Oh,
Peach's
yeah.
drill dress
So
is
good, right?
really, really good.
Oh,
Don't worry. Don't worry.
so sad.
Here, come a little to the left there. Yeah.
There we go, right
I'm like-
there.
I'm gonna jump away.
There we go.
Answer the
You're
question.
coming with
Yeah.
me. You're coming with me. Don't worry.
Right.
Woo. Okay.
Teamwork.
So
Teamwork.
You can probably break these more easily with your drill power up, but I
Yeah.
can still use
So
my
I'll get
trunk
these
to-
ones
let
up
me-
in
Oh,
the
and look at
corner.
this! Look, haha! I love that. You're just crawling down there.
You got this.
It's exactly how an elephant.
That poor talking flower.
Yeah.
I am seriously feeling for the talking flowers in this level.
Yeah.
They're just like
Can
not
we leave
having the
those 3
best
coins?
day.
Oh, the collector heart.
Nah.
They, I do love that they have their own thing going on. They're sometimes commenting on your gameplay, but sometimes they're just being rescued and very grateful.
Ooh, here we go.
the power.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, get my drill back.
There we go.
I really like the drill. Oh, look, and then up here you can get, these are called the beacons, and if you have the drill power and you can go into the ceiling, you can get some cool items from up there.
And you can see beacons all around different areas and different courses.
Oh my god.
Oh, be careful.
Don't worry, I'm a professional.
Oh.
Another thing.
Oh.
Oh, that's okay.
I didn't know you could do that. What?
That's okay.
Mind blown.
One thing I want to point out too, we haven't been able to show it yet, but some enemies can actually land on your head when you have the drill, and it'll take them out. So maybe we'll be able to show you that later. But now we're gonna show
Wonder!
I want to say it every
talking
time.
about how each one is different. We've got this giant friend. Okay, I'm gonna go left.
Okay, I'll go
what a
right.
friend.
Oh god. Oh
Left.
no. I made a huge mistake. Oh no.
You got this. You got this.
Oh
Go
god.
down.
I'm
Make it
going
fun.
for all of it.
Get all those coins. Get all
Yes, points.
What?
Coins. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry,
Don't
I'm
mean to
not.
alarm
No, I'm missing some of the coins, and I'm.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
that's gonna come down really low,
Conky's on his
real
way
fast.
down. Ah,
Oh no. Oh no. Oh,
That conky.
Fiona.
Like,
I missed some
oh.
power coins, but
It's
oh.
okay. You got this.
Okay.
No, get him, get him, get him.
I'm gonna. It's okay.
Oh, you got
Here,
this.
here, you
All
got
right.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
grab your power up from the item reserve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait,
There you
I
go.
don't want that one.
Yeah.
Whee!
Name, put that
Nice.
one and put up in.
All
I
right.
don't want it. Yeah, I really like that you can use the item reserve. Like if we both pick up power ups, they'll go into there, and then we can access them later.
And it holds
Perfect.
2, which is great,
All right, y'all got this,
specifically
right?
when you're a
Okay,
multiplayer.
so this
All right.
is a really tricky
Okay.
part.
We're
I'm
gonna do
I'm gonna
this.
Put a standee just
gonna
in
do this.
case.
Okay.
Okay,
We got it. We got it. We actually gotta go. We gotta go. Okay.
Time. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Run,
very
run,
good.
run, run,
Oh, okay.
run.
Did
Okay.
it.
Good job. Good job.
Yay.
Oh, I didn't even notice you were.
I took the safe road because I was like, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just
sneaky,
gonna.
sneaky.
So that is a thing you can do when you've got the drill power up. You can, go into the ground and just pass by enemies if you
Oh.
want.
a strategic
Which-
retreat.
Here.
I'm
Okay.
like,
why don't
okay, you're gonna go that way.
Yeah.
You got this. Oh,
You know what? Maybe I'll come with you.
You wanna?
you got
No.
this. You got
I'm
this.
going to. Oh no. Ah!
You got this. Go. Go. Jump.
Okay.
Jump.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was not scared at all that entire time. Steady hands.
All right. Let me see if I can get this enemy. Yes.
Oh,
there we go.
Nice.
I was like, I want to
Okay.
show that.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Well
Yay.
done.
Woo.
Hey.
Now that's
Look at-
teamwork.
Look at this
Luigi
poplin
has reached
beach
the goal.
side dome.
This is really nice.
Living the dream.
I know. You guys got it figured out.
It does.
All right. We did it.
Yay!
We made it.
Wonderful.
On to the next.
Can I play? I would like to play.
Yes.
Yes,
more.
please do.
Aw.
So BK is going to play next.
I'll wipe this down for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I can feel the wonder.
I'm enjoying every minute of it.
All right. So I'm going to be Mario this time.
I want to play as Yoshi.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Going for the classic combo.
I do love that you can play as Mario and play as Yoshi in this game. I think that's very cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. There's so many great characters.
Yoshi works a little differently. Yoshi isn't affected by power ups, but also doesn't take damage. Power ups don't work on Yoshi because Yoshi is perfect.
Yoshi.
Just the way
No.
Yoshi is.
Yeah.
So now we're hopping into a level with yet more enemies.
And
More
new
new enemies, specifically. This one is called the Skedaddler. It's just going to skedaddle all over.
And I noticed, Kendra, you may have changed your badge.
I sure did. So we're wearing the floating high jump badge, and some players again might recognize the inspo retro inspo here. So this is like kind of similar to the Luigi jump from Super Mario Brothers 2.
There it is.
And I'm just going for a little ride.
So
Yoshi ride.
powerful.
Yoshi is committed.
Daddler was running for its life, but
I love this badge with Yoshi because Yoshi already has a flutter jump, but with the badge equipped, Yoshi just gets a pretty crazy jump.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Boom.
Oh, look out. Okay.
Okay. I
Gotta
know.
take out
That
those
skedaddler's
skedaddlers.
just like
Take that.
Oh,
Yeah.
relentless. Alright.
Such a cool animation too to see them like running and you can actually see them like fearing. It's just so neat.
I just love
Look at that! Look at him go!
this. Seriously, I love the way this game is just so lighthearted and like, silly in the best kind of way. Like it makes me smile every time I play, and I've been playing it quite a bit.
Yeah, their expressions are always so fresh and unique. Like when Yoshi has something in its mouth.
Sorry, I'm coming. Here we
If
go.
you want to.
That was perfect.
All right, so
Get
let's
him!
get that 10 flower coin.
I'm going to take care of the skedaddler.
Okay.
And
So
I
I
took care
was-
of it, I mean, needed.
Yeah, I was able to grab that 10 flower coin with the use of my badge, but obviously if you didn't have that badge on, you would just have to time your jumps to be able to grab it. But that's one of the cool things about the badges is that, it offers you different opportunities depending on which one you choose.
You made quick work of that.
Also, yeah, as the elephant, my ability to push things, I am strong. I'm so strong. So strong.
Now you could push those pipes though regularly, just without the elephant, right?
Yeah, you can push, even if you aren't in elephant form, you can totally push that stuff. It's just as elephant, you're super buff.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, run. Oh,
Oh! Revenge.
I know. I'm like, all right, fine.
Oh, you got to be elephant, though.
Oh, I will. I'm just like, all right. Here we go. There we go.
There's the
Very nice.
All is right in the world.
You're back.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is. There it is.
Get
Of
him.
course, it's like running. There we go.
There you go.
And what will happen? All right.
Beautiful.
Get all those stars.
Wait, hop on my back. We'll do this tag team.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa.
There you go. Get him.
Yes.
It's just so satisfying, the sound of breaking through those
Yes.
blocks.
Get him.
Oh, get him.
Get him.
Yes.
Hey.
Give me that wonder seed.
That's quite a visual.
So good. That.
Perfect. All
Oh,
right.
there's
Got it.
purple.
Oh, quick.
Do it together.
Yeah, come on.
Eh.
Yeah.
This is so much
Yes.
easier. It's fine. We're doing fine. She's been doing lunges and squats. Calves are very strong.
Yoshi's super buff.
All right. Perfect.
Sweet. So I think now is about time to everybody in the pool. Let's
Yeah.
You haven't played anything,
Let's all
Demetrius.
I
get
am
in.
totally about this.
So we're gonna
Let me grab
switch
this.
over to 4-player.
Okay. That was so cool to see just how that all worked.
I like seeing Mario and Yoshi reunited as a tag team with
I know.
playable Yoshi, even if he's an elephant.
So
Okay, so
I
who's
think
gonna
I'm
play?
gonna be Yellow Toad this time.
Yellow Toad?
I need that caffeine.
I'm going to play as Nabbit.
I will be Mario.
Nabbit works a lot like the Yoshis. Power-ups don't work on Nabbit, but Nabbit also doesn't take damage.
So I gotta
Still
know, as I navigate to the next level, what's everyone's favorite thing about the game?
Ooh.
I know. I'm
Genuinely.
like, that's a big question.
For me, genuinely, it's all the little like animation touches and characterization.
Yeah.
Like, that makes it feel really special and has like such a new energy to it.
Yeah. What the-
Uh,
Oh, sorry, you
Oh,
go.
that was it. Yeah.
And with that, we're in the level and we're ready to go.
Yay.
I know that was a big question, wasn't it?
It was.
Did we put on the
Alright.
correct badges?
Oh no, we've got to hop out.
Ha-ha!
Now I can say something we didn't see, but when with the elephant power up, you get water in your trunk and you throw it at enemies like a Goomba. It doesn't
Oh.
defeat them. They just kind of like, whoa, why did you do that? It's- Their expressions are really cute. I really like that part.
And now we've got. Fiona, do you want to talk about this
Oh.
badge?
Yes. So since we're all playing local multiplayer, we're all going to use the same badge, which is my favorite badge, which is the parachute cap badge.
Yes.
Which I like because, well, you can see we all have little hats.
Little big
Little
hats.
hats.
Like I
Oh,
said,
wow.
fashion's very important in this game.
Very, very important.
And this is also a brand new enemy called the Bull Rush.
Man, I just got ran over.
And yeah, it's a hazard. It's a hazard to
Okay.
society. That Bull Rush.
Okay,
Alright,
so
we're-
how do we get to
We're
that?
going. So this tree has a bit of give.
Oh, I got on that one.
Boom.
Like that. Okay.
Wait for me! Alright, I'm back.
Ooh.
Whoa, there is a lot going on.
I just want to use these caps all the time.
Oh yeah, there's an invisible character block.
All right, we're all on here.
Good.
Last
We're going.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've
You've made
managed
it.
to make
You
it. Oh,
made it.
this is a big day for Luigi.
Aw. Good job, Luigi.
Yay!
Teamwork. Teamwork.
Luigi.
Woo! Oh
No, I
yeah.
can't leave that coin.
Oh,
Wait for me. I have to collect all the coins. I can't help myself.
This is why I like playing with you.
Ba-dum.
Ooh!
All right.
Thanks. That gold rush took out the.
Yeah, so we've had a
There we
couple
go.
of these pop up, these invisible character blocks. They'll show up if you're playing as the character that it's correlated to, but you can actually still, they're still present even if you're not that character, so you can find them kind of hidden throughout the courses. But just above us here is a very conspicuous looking, sparkling bit of
I'm sure
blocks.
it's nothing. I'm sure it's
So some of the wonder flowers are kind of hidden. We're gonna gain access to it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Now that you have the crown.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Jump, jump, Luigi.
Oh my God.
Stampede.
Everybody on board?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're there.
We're
We're there.
I was
Love
worried
this.
about that at first.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh no! No!
Uh oh. Did we lose you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gone, man.
Oh
No,
no.
you're still down there.
I
You're
think
down
I
there.
might. There we
Oh,
go.
no, I got
Help.
Oh, they got the goalposts.
you. Nice save. Nice save.
Whew.
Oh wait.
I think I was like looking at Luigi rather than myself. I
Yeah,
didn't even. I was
I
like,
did the
where
same.
am I?
Understand.
Where am
It's hard
I?
not to look.
Woo. Oh my gosh, we made it.
We made
Made
it.
it.
Run and
Oh.
jump.
Oh, we lost someone.
It's a very, very, very tall goal pole. That goal pole is like. Yes.
It's a dramatically long pole.
Hi. Well,
long journey.
I
It's a
was
long
just
journey
down
to
there
the end.
first, just chilling because I missed my jump.
Awesome.
Hooray.
We did it. We
Woo.
made it.
Yay.
We somehow survived, all of us. We made it
We
through.
did it.
Fight all the odds.
How wonderful.
All right, so that is the end of the segment or our show for today. Once again, I didn't mention, so Super Mario Brothers Wonder comes out on October 20th. So just something for that. But that is all we have to show today. So thanks everybody again, and we will see you soon. Bye.
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 Three, two, one, go!
All right. We are live from beautiful Seattle, Washington, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all into Nintendo Live 2023. Throughout this weekend, we are going to have some awesome competitions, some of Nintendo's most beloved games, including Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, including Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 3. But as you can see, everybody is seated right now because I am joined by some awesome co-casters because we're going to be kicking off the Super Smash Bros. Squad Strike Challenge. Your boy EE, Charles, Kels, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. It is an honor to be here at Nintendo Live Seattle. Man, just the first Nintendo Live here in NA, and of course, such a beautiful city to be at as well. Just walking around, there's so much things to do, so much things to listen to. The live band was my personal favorite. How are you doing today, Kels?
I'm doing so good, Charles. I feel just as hyped as you are. I mean, I tackled that poor Kirby in the back. So I am so lucky to be here, first time in Seattle, and to be casting with you guys is such an honor as well. We have such talented players as well that we're going to be casting today. So.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and obviously these players, I mean, they had to overcome a field of 256 just to make it to this top 8. So let's take a look at the rules so you guys can see exactly how it's going to break down.
Yeah, just going over the rules. Of course, we're going to have the Squad Strike format. If you're not familiar with that, you get to pick 3 different characters on your squad. So it is going to be a stock style format. So each character is going to have 1 stock per game. And of course, we got the 7-minute timer. The format's going to be that tag team, that Squad Strike format, and 7-minute timer, 3 stocks. Final Smash meter is going to be off, and of course, to add in some spice, we got the stage hazards on, which is so much fun, considering all these amazing items and stages that we have on. And you can see all these items here. Very fun stuff to work with. Of course, my favorite going to be the bomb. So powerful. You can do so many cool and interesting things with it, along with the screw attack.
Yes, for sure. And don't forget, I mean, we also got random stage selection. And it is a 2 out of 3, as E said. We got Gamer, Brinstar, Battlefield, Green Greens, Congo Jungle, Spring Stadium, Talent City, Smashville, Yoshi's Story, Final Destination, Mushroom Kingdom U, Pokemon Stadium, Stadium 2, Unova, Pokemon League, and don't forget Small Battlefield. And hazards are completely on, which means we are going to get quite the menace and chaos.
No doubt about that. It's really what's going to make it that much difficult for our awesome competitors. You can see it here again. I mentioned that fabulous 8 that we have here. Danny, Retro Star, Naruto King, J Ramen, Toko Kara, William, LT Surge, and Valdens all vying to come out the champion here today. I'm very excited for this one.
Yes, and of course, it's going to be 2 out of 3 throughout the entire bracket, and it is single elimination. So no losers bracket, no second chances here, and that's how you know this competition is going to be tough.
It's gonna be one heck of a ride. Like you said, no second challenges. It's really going to test these players as to who really knows this game. A lot of times in professional tournaments, you say, hey, if I don't win this one, I can come back in the losers bracket and get them again. Not here. You got one chance to win that grand prize here at Nintendo Live.
They got a chance to win the title here, but you guys watching, you also have a chance because guess what? We got a sweepstakes going on for you here at Nintendo Live 2023. My Nintendo members can enter to win a Secret Lab Titan Evo Nintendo Versus Edition gaming chair. That thing is absolutely sick. You're going to want to enter, and you can do so by scanning the QR code on your screen. It is available to enter from September 1st to September 4th.
Yeah, of course, this exclusive chair, very nice. I know you have one at home.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to make anybody jealous. Okay, Charles.
Sell it, come on.
No,
Sell it a little
so
bit.
you can go ahead and tell them how great that chair is, right?
I do sit very comfortably. I will say that. When I'm at my home, I do sit very comfortably, but nothing quite like sitting on stage right here for a Nintendo Versus event. I'm so excited, as I've said multiple times, when you really look at how we get to commentate this Squad Strike. It's something that we all really enjoy, but we often don't get a chance to kind of get our hands on. For this Squad Strike all the way through, and I think just it's really, whoever wins this, it's really going to test who has all the valor with multiple characters.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to be really diverse in this style, in this Squad Strike format, because you need to have 3 different characters. A lot of players, they always have that one go-to character, right? That character that you love playing the most, you always put all the time and you really just try to flourish with that one character. In this game mode, you're going to have 3 of those characters, and you're going to have a lot of knowledge with all these different items and these different stages with the hazards on.
And don't forget,
100%.
Charles, this is also 2 out of 3, correct?
Yep.
So
Yes.
that means you could technically have 9 characters if you do decide to change your
I like
characters.
the way you think, Kels. Let's find out if they're going to go that route
It
right
could
now.
be,
They are
especially
on
if it's
stage.
single elimination, right? We're going to find out with our first set, as you said.
They're on stage. They're waiting. Let's take a look at our competitors. Very excited for this. My man Danny's sitting there. Okay, Danny.
Big
Get in,
smile,
man.
big smile
Love
for
that
Danny
smile
here.
from Danny.
We're hyped for
Right.
Danny. Come on, guys. Let's get excited for
It's-
Danny.
It's not possible not to be on this stage and not be excited. Find out Danny's opponent momentarily. Oh, switching over real quick. Who we got?
Hey!
Retro Star. Love that name right there. Will we love the gameplay too, though? That is the question. They're going to be, they got a little bit of pressure on their shoulders as they are opening and kickoff match, but I think they're going to be able to rise to the challenge.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure on the line as well. There's not a lot of players that can say they got into that top 8 bracket
Yeah.
of a tournament, right? That is a really big accomplishment. Any tournament you go to, it really feels like that breakthrough. But once you're in that top 8, the pressure is on even more so than earlier in the bracket. So there's a lot on the line here for both these competitors. They really want to show off what they got.
Oh, yeah, you said it best, and here we go. The selection has begun. I see a Kirby, so you already know I'm excited. Charles, we were just talking about this off camera. The match is starting. Retro Star rocking the Kirby, Pac-Man, Inkling, while Danny's seeing Yoshi, Joker, Link. Kind of feeling the Tears of the Kingdom vibe in here from Nintendo Live.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I do like the lineup a little bit more from Danny. I feel like the versatility is a little bit, more in hand with those 3 characters. Now, of course, I'm not sleeping on my man Retro at all. Kirby, Pac-Man, Inkling, we've seen these characters do damage both on and offline, so you never quite know how it's going to shape up. But one thing I can tell you as we kick off this first match, they didn't get here by accident, so it's going to be a heck of a showdown.
Yeah, and another thing about Squad Strike as well is you can switch up the order in which your characters are being played at. So if you want to try and counterpick and get a really good matchup for your character, you're going to want to really try to alter the order and predict how your opponent is going to pick their order as well. So there's a lot of mind games going into this.
You absolutely said, and here we go again. You said random stages. We're now starting on Mushroom Kingdom U. So we're going to have hazards on. This level will change in multiple ways, E. You're going to see constantly flying in the sky. We might show up at Bowser's Castle at some point, and it's really going to say, hey, Yoshi's got experience on those stages, but does Pac-Man?
I'm going to tell you one thing. You look at this stage list and you know it can be quite chaotic. This might be the most chaotic of them all, just given all those reasons you alluded to, Kels, because you never quite know exactly where you're going to go. And again, just having to navigate through not only your opponent throwing things at you, but the stage itself. And of course, don't forget the items as the drill makes its first appearance. Pac-Man, of course, with some built-in items himself, you see that Hydra putting in some work, but don't forget, those items on low, they can still spawn and do some damage.
Well, looks like our first transformation is coming through here. The bomb on the right side of the stage. You got to be really careful. But the up tilt coming out from Danny going to be a great combo starter. Going to rack up some damage here. And there's so much chaos going on the map, especially with the hydrant setup.
We're entering the sky world as a block of ices here. Not going to combo off. They're going to throw a head up above. Danny going to cancel that out. Kind of cross his way down with that down special. And now they're chasing for that smash ball that's kind of stuck in that little bicycle. He's going to get it. Pac-Man ready to chomp his way here to getting that first stock.
I love the fact there was no hesitation. Unlock the smash ball, take the first stock, give yourself a very healthy lead. 53 is nothing when it comes down to a character like Pac-Man. So this Joker, the true first DLC, no disrespect to Piranha Plant, but the first true DLC in Smash, Joker gonna have to put in some work right now to make this comeback a reality.
And already just the first stock of the match going with the final smash. That is going to be the most powerful move for each of these characters, but you don't get it automatically. You're going to have to go ahead and get the smash ball to unlock that power here. And Retro Star did exactly that with Pac-Man and still racking up a good amount of damage on Danny's Joker.
And we know, Charles, that it has always been such a strength part of Pac-Man's arsenal to hold leads, right? You take that first stock, you're gonna have a hard time because Danny's got to get in, right? There's 5 minutes left on the clock. At some point, it will go down, so he's really got to go in. And we know Joker's a heavy hitter, but Pac-Man is quite the defensive kind of character, so he's gonna do a good job at defending himself. Not there though. I mean, he flew out of that blast zone quite quickly.
Yeah, being powered up by Arsene, obviously going to give you an additional boost in that KO ability, so really nice to see on that one. Now, what you're looking for, can we use this meter, this Arsene meter, to kind of chip into this lead that's pretty healthy from from RetroStar. Not anything that cannot be overcome, but he's been playing so efficiently right now, and the Inkling, of course, not going to make things any easier.
Setting up all the ink on the ground with that roller. Shout outs to Splatoon 3, another competition we have as well here for Nintendo versus an Inkling, showing that, of course, you're also going to be able to do many things here in Ultimate with this character. Known to be one of the stronger characters in Ultimate, especially in the beginning part of the meta.
Absolutely.
Speaking of strong characters, Nabbit, kind of making some work for our friends here in Bowser's Castle. Look at that, taking you to go. Really on the side of Danny here, just giving him some items, doing the thief work that he's got to do. And he's not done. He's going to go ahead and grab that item. Oh, no, he's not. Danny said no. And Retro is here taking this opportunity to just charge up some ink and get right back into the game.
I would have liked to see that Killing Edge utilized. I mean, you can definitely kind of get a stock off there a little quicker than any other time. Oh, no. Just going down by the wayside. Still another opportunity here. Just one more hit should do it, and there it is. And now Joker going to threaten right now. Taking his time as well. I like that. There's no need to rush.
Yeah, and this final smash will definitely do the trick here. Is it going to connect? Barely missing it. Of course, Joker can call in the whole squad there, but not going to come through here.
Oh my gosh, I was really, really close to getting it, but unfortunately just right out of it. Now we're back home here on Turf Grassland World 1, it looking like. And RetroStar, the comeback, right? I feel like Pac-Man made such a big lead, and now we're here in a last hit situation that Arsene from Joker, Danny's hands, making it look so tough for him. Inkling trying to save him, but Joker ends up taking it. Danny now up a stock, and Kirby is here visiting from Dreamland to hopefully bring it back.
Yeah, at the very least, Danny has solved one of his issues. He's got the lead back right now, so that is definitely something he can hang his hat on, but you got to make this count. Kirby, of course, of the 3 characters on this roster from RetroStar, I would say Kirby is the weakest. Don't hit me, Kels, I'm sorry.
Hey.
But definitely it does kind of allow for a little bit of an opportunity to continue to chop into that. But Kirby heard me talking some smack and laid it down himself. Back there going to clear out that stock.
And player 3 coming in, Nabbit. Getting a little beat up here from the Boomerangs. Of course, Link has quite the arsenal coming in, and you're just going to have so much stuff. And Nabbit going to get a grab here, but not going to finish the job. Nabbit still hunting around.
Yeah, Nabbit, chose the side of Kirby. Didn't like E's comment about Kirby at all. Chose the side here. And giving, Danny a hard time. Kirby, of course, with small limbs is going to make it a lot harder for him to get in on a character with such range like Link, that Master Sword in his hand. But he's using that boomerang quite to his advantage, and I think that's helping Retro get to where he needs to. But not too fast is Kirby. Kamek, though, in the blast zone, looking like he's finding something to change the stage once again, which could end this fight here in Bowser's Castle.
You can definitely tell both of them very familiar with the boomerang. The more you toss it and it comes back to, the stronger it gets. Hold on, this Link. Final smash could be the difference maker. Trying to put some space in him. Oh, no, Kirby jumping into oblivion. And that is going to be the first game.
Great stuff, and of course, ending it with the final smash. We wouldn't have it any other way. The arrow coming through, and these final smash attacks, I'm telling you, they're extremely powerful. So, even if you're around that 50-60% where usually you feel pretty safe, right? But these final smashes are just so powerful.
Oh yeah, it's gonna usually blast you in. If you have Smash Meter on, it's a little bit of a less knockback.
Right.
You take that damage, but you're not blasting off that quick. But a hard hit like that, it's gonna catch you, especially such a long stage. The platforms were changing at that moment. And, Retro found himself saying, well, where do I land, right? Kirby, not much air mobility. Ran out of those jumps, ran out of air, had to land right in front of Danny. And it was just like, thank you so much. A gift to myself. That is the first game here in the Squad Strike Challenge.
Usually you look for your final character to be that anchor character, right? But I feel like in the case of Danny, it was the Joker that helped lead the comeback. And, honestly, given that lead that he really didn't surrender, obviously Link being able to close things out with the final smash is always a good thing. But yeah, that Joker was definitely the MVP for Danny in that first exchange. So we'll see if it ends up being the case yet again as we're going to start things off on Congo Jungle. A classic right here, baby. I've been loving this stage back since Melee. So you already know I'm excited to see this one.
Oh yeah, this stage goes way back, and of course, looks like the rosters are pretty much staying the same, except for Danny. We got a little bit of a swap. Rob coming through as the anchor, so something to watch out here for Rob, another very powerful character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Absolutely. And even the change in terms of the lead, right? I feel like it's such a smart idea that Retro decided to stay with Pac-Man as the lead. Once you have that lead, he's going to hold on to it, just kind of how it worked out in the last game, E. But Danny now putting out Link, I think he wants that kill. Really take out that KO before Pac-Man can have that lead opportunity. But
goodness.
a stage like Congo Jungle, man, a high blast zone, it's not going to say it does come into play here. Huge blast zone. So even a strong, Master Sword swing is not going to save, Danny here from taking that early stock.
Yeah, I would say for sure, definitely got kind of blessed just again, given this stage for sure for Retro. But at 124, you already know this stock likely on borrowed time. Danny putting in a lot of work right now. The most interesting thing from Danny, too, is I gave a lot of praise and credit to that Joker. He put him on the shelf and brought out Rob. But the way he's playing right now, I don't even know if we're going to get a chance to see the Rob. Danny is on fire.
Yeah, and I would say the MVP for Retro last game was that Pac-Man, and Pac-Man not coming into play. Looks like the final smash just for the damage, and it's going to do a big chunk, already around 50-60% now onto the Inkling, and man, this Link is some trouble right now.
He is definitely causing up a storm. He's not happy about his Master Sword kind of blowing into pieces and tears, but he's really putting in the work. I feel like this stage specifically works so well for Link because he controls the center, and because of the slants of the stage, you're gonna see that bomb just jump around so much easily. It's gonna have some traps, it's gonna throw Retro off, and it's gonna get a little scary, especially as the percent kind of continues to increase, and as Retro doesn't get any ink, it's gonna make it even harder even.
Yeah, 100%. That's one thing. When your ink reserves are that low, you've got to fill up. Look, I understand. I don't like paying for gas either, but we need it to be mobile and we need it to be effective. You got to have that ink online, and still, these hits just not enough to slay the first stock of this Link, who just absolutely came here for a fight and bringing it extra hard right now.
Yeah, because the more ink that Inkling is able to put onto their opponents, you're going to have that increased knockback, that increased damage output, right? The name of the game is always to apply that ink, and you can also apply it onto the stage with the roller here. But Danny still holding on to all three characters. This Link's doing so much damage to the first character and onto the second.
Absolutely, and again, right, it's this blast zone. It's so large. Link is a heavy boy, and we saw that barrel from Donkey Kong, right, really coming into play here. Link lost the recovery, but it saved him multiple times, and it could be the case here as well. Not only taking the stock, but looks like, no, not gonna go ahead and fly the way Kirby is about to grab that smash ball. But there it is, though. Put it in to the ball, grab it, and use it. The smash ball, they're gonna come out before you can do it. And Kirby's back on the map here. Retro, the start of something new.
It was only a matter of time before that stock had to come off, right? And now, of course, you do have your Kirby right now. And he's just saying, you know what? I'm letting it rip. Could this very well be a fact? It is! Oh, my goodness! Comeback of the event, and it's not even close to being finished yet. This Rob right now has to try and take this lead back, because right now, Retro making some plays we're going to remember.
Oh, Retro thinking like, whoa, I mean, you think the Master Sword's nice. Yo, check out my sword with that final smash. Actually comboing into it from that forward air. Incredible stuff coming out from Retro. And Retro needed that to make this comeback. But here comes the final boss here. Danny switching to this Rob. Must have a lot of confidence to switch off that Joker. Because like you said, EE, that Joker was very polished.
It really did all the damage and that work in this game. I think maybe even the energy, right? And you saw that up air from Rob. Danny was ready, but the rock, the stone is here. But wait, what is this? No, Kirby here showing you that not only does he have that final cutter, right? But he's got feet of his own to go through those gears. That Danny's Rob here, that can play. And now the damage is racking up and we got a sword. And Kirby's having the front smash is not gonna be the saving grace. It's for Kirby here, gonna take him out. Danny, 2-0 victory.
That was actually insane, and it seemed like Danny wasn't sure which route he wanted to go to get that final KO. For a second, I thought like there was going to be like maybe an up air combination off the screw attack, the way he was just trying to pressure him, from that platform. But Danny takes it 2-0, having no issues as he advances to the next round. But of course, big shouts to RetroStar as well. Not an easy task getting to this point, so always glad to see when the competitors show up and show out, Charles.
Yeah, and Danny even flexing, hey, I got a bunch of characters as well, taking out the Joker, bringing in Rob the Robot here to do a ton of damage, and like you said, very convincing 2-0 victory, and we got to see a variety of maps as well, kind of kicking it old school with the Congo Jungle, of course, and great stuff to Danny. He's going to move on to the next round of the bracket.
Charles, that Congo Jungle touched my heart. I saw that loading, and I knew we were going to have quite the show. Even though it was a 2-0, Kirby put in that work. So very happy about that comeback and showed that, you don't mess with the star of Dreamland. But, Danny gonna possibly go home a little, he has more of a chance of winning that trophy, but you can go home and hold on to that amazing clip.
No doubt about that. Well, let's take a look at the bracket because it is updated just a tad bit here. As you can see, Danny has advanced to the semifinals, but who is going to be his opponent? We will decide that in our next contest. Gerudo King and J Ramen should be coming to the stage, if I'm not mistaken. Again, Retro, good effort for sure, but this is a single elimination top 8 bracket, so that does end Retro's run in this particular event. We do appreciate him competing, but Danny, we'll see you in just a bit. But I'm telling you, I look at these names, and remember, we got to see some of these qualifying matches earlier today. We saw a lot of talented individuals. It's kind of impossible at this point, at least for us, to give an accurate prediction on who we think could actually take this whole thing home.
Yeah, I remember watching one of the qualifier matches, and actually a King K. Rool got through. And I mean, King K. Rool, not known as one of the stronger characters in the game, so when you're able to get a character like that and get into top 8 here at Nintendo Live Seattle, I mean, that says a lot.
Absolutely, Charles. And I think that's the beauty about Squad Strike, but it's also the beauty about Smash Brothers, where it's specifically in Ultimate, the balance is so much higher and there's so much more character diversity.
100%.
When you put that with Squad Strike, I mean, there's really no certainty that even if you click the best character in the game, that you're probably not going to still qualify. You really have to learn to work with every character that you can possibly know. And these guys worked hard with those characters like King K. Rool that may not be so much the best to really surprise you and turn you over here to make it to Seattle.
No doubt about that. Well, let's turn our attention over to our next competitors. They are seated on the stage. Gerudo King, sitting nice, all right. Make some noise for him. Make a little bit of noise
guys.
for the homie. There you go. Trust me, it ain't easy to get on this stage. I've never been there. I'll tell you right now. The mic is my home, people. I'm letting you know.
We've been playing for quite some time. So it's pretty difficult to get on up here. These talented players. Give it up for J Ramen as well.
Let's go.
To be here in our next round. We'll see how the players have to deal with all this pressure being in the top 8, and on top of that, there's so much different things to worry about. So many different characters on the screen. There's a bunch of items, and as well as the hazards on with the stages as well, right? So you don't really control what stage is going to get selected since it's random. So a lot of adaptation and a lot of just on-the-fly decision-making for both our competitors.
Absolutely. It's going to take not a lot of overthinking. I think it's
Yes.
extremely important that you are learning this game 20%, but the mindset is 80%.
I like that.
Where you really have to understand as to what is happening in this present moment and what is the counter to what's happening. Which stage are we on? Where in the stage on the blast zone can I take a stock the easiest way, the earliest way, and what hazards can I use to my benefits, just like Nabbit, right? So this is all ideas that are going to have to come into play when the moments happen, and you need to trust your skills and your mindset in front of a live crowd here to really take the title home.
Oh, 100%. And, the thing I like most about this, too, especially the rule set, the fact that it's random is so good to me because you could practice for so many variables and never encounter one of them. Like, it's just something on the complete other side of the coin that you just didn't necessarily expect. And as Charles said, you have to be able to adapt on the fly. That is going to be your means of operation. As we take a look at the character lineup, we see Ganondorf, Sephiroth, and Snake, Captain Falcon, Wolf, and Bowser. These are some fancy characters we got, Charles.
Yes, of course. I'm really liking Gerudo King's lineup here. I'm a huge fan of Sephiroth being in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And of course, you got some hard hitters as well, like the Ganondorf, like the Snake, and especially in the Squad Strike format.
Yes.
If Ganondorf can get some of these really big swings that are generally hard to get, but if you are able to hit your opponent with some of these really big swings, you can get some really early stocks.
Oh, yeah, especially the stages, right? If you find those stages with not so much of a high blast zone, then you're going to take that. But obviously, I think we're going to be, Gerudo King's definitely going to go for the crowd-pleasing characters. But that's what we got Falcon in Ramen's hand as well. Don't forget, guys, these are the characters that are really rooted for in brackets, right? Ganondorf.
Yep.
We got the King of Evil, and we got Captain Falcon, the knee of justice, right? This is really what people come to watch at a tournament, and on such a great balanced stage as well, right? PS2 is always such a great play as a counterpick, but as a balanced stage since the beginning of time.
No doubt about that. And I'll tell you one thing, you just want to talk about balance. These two characters for a couple of titles now have been considered, they kind of mirror each other in a couple different ways. Obviously, Ganon's got the strength, Falcon's got the speed, but when it comes to hard hitting, look no further. That forward air going to find its mark and going to give Ganondorf that first stock. When we talk about hard hitting, can't finish that sentence without including my man Bowser in the conversation, because he can definitely do some damage.
There's a lot of characters that have come out through DLC, but there's one character that remains the heaviest, and it's going to be Bowser, the King of Koopas here. He's glowing. He's got the final Smash Meter. Not opting to use it. Looks like Jay Ramen wants to go ahead and save it for the next character here. We'll see if that's going to be worth it or not. These are the big decisions, but getting snatched up with the side B. Jay Ramen doing a ton of damage here, maybe setting up for this forward air KO. Just going to go opt for it. The Giga Bowser is coming out. Oh, and he gets dumped in the face there. And Gerudo King did not have that intangibility from grabbing the ledge because went ahead and released. So great timing coming out from J-Rom.
Definitely the moment of pause. You felt it in the crowd. Everyone needed to stop and just feel what was happening, and it came there. That re-grab was going to be it, but there you go, Charles. You're a big Sephiroth fan, and he's out to play. Gerudo King using these items to his advantage right now. Going to the ledge, too, really actually respecting that he was not going to get that. But, oh! E, what happened there?
Well, I'm going to tell you, that's the items running interference, but you got to be careful, too, man. Bowser is not to be trifled with, not to be played with, and that weight and that hard-hitting combination is what can easily allow him to make any kind of comeback. You see that 151. He's got a lot of damage on him, but at the same time, a lot of rage, which can definitely make things spooky if he can recover. Let's see. Oh, the counter going to port that effort and put him in the dirt. And there we go. Great lead here from Gerudo King.
Yeah, Gerudo King really lining up the edge guard. Sephiroth is known for, as a character, just a really strong character that can go off stage, really take away your options. That forward air takes up so much area, and of course, having that counter, one of the most powerful counters in the game, and this Sephiroth is really taking it away here.
Absolutely part of the additional DLC characters, right? I mean, you're going to come in as a huge surprise, and you still got an early meta on your side, but Wolf, an explosive character that can really adapt well on any stage at any moment. Wait!
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought we were going, we had hope a little bit, E, but I think it all went lost. It was a little, whatever. We could cut that part out.
That's a bit of a false finish, right? I feel like in post we can edit that so it was like kind of the initial KO.
That's
You know what I'm saying? I think that might be a better clip for Twitter. I'm sure our social team is listening. They're probably not going to listen to me, but that's okay, baby. You got to listen to the gameplay and appreciate it, because that was an outstanding game number one. And we kind of predicted that, Charles. We knew that all the characters on the stage were going to be fast, hard-hitting, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah, and I mean, the one character that actually was the MVP was the most fragile of them all. Sephiroth, extremely light and very tall. Two things you really don't want in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate when it comes to defense. But of course, you have the distance of that sword, right? And Sephiroth really utilizing that distance in all of these off-stage KOs. It really just was able to turn the tides, and a solid two-stock coming out from Gerudo King.
Right. I mean, no character is perfect. And even though you are really light, as you said, Charles, you got distance, you got range.
Yep.
We really, 5 meters away, okay? Get out of there.
There it is.
Always practice that defense. And now look at this. Brinstar, it's been a long time since I've seen this, and you can do some wacky combos thanks to the level design of this stage. The way that those bombs on the corner there can fall apart if you end up hitting them separates the stage, right? Same thing with the sticky goo here on the left and the right side will tilt the platforms, and you can use that auto cancels and even just different moments that can really come here into item play.
Oh, 100%. And two, you got to know that lava does rise, okay? And will your percentage as well if it does make contact with you. Okay, with a little bit of disaster right there. Bob-omb definitely does not discriminate on who he takes out. But right now, the King still very much so delivering the punishment at the moment as Wolf on the receiving end. So
Yeah, we'll see if we see this come into play with the lava, because there's a lot of stages where you just can't make it back, and characters with not so great recoveries can actually go into the lava to pop themselves up. So we'll go ahead and see if any of the players go ahead and utilize that. And there's so many different hazards on the stage We'll see here if Gerudo King can stall long enough for the lava. And no, Brinstar not going to give it up for the Gerudo King.
I do respect, though, the idea, right? Hoping that Brinstar, the lava, would start to rise in that moment. It did do a little rumble, a little bit of a bait, but said, nah, I'm not coming. I'm not ready yet. So, but there we go. The lava is starting to rise. We got Sephiroth out here to play and is doing damage. Again, that long range on such a small stage. That sword, and it's going to cover that entire landing there, E. It's going to make it hard to be a comeback now when you've got Sephiroth controlling half the
Hold on now,
What-
Kels.
what-
Hold on now. You got to
get me off,
remember
get me
something.
off.
This Bowser's so in charge. First name should be Doug, okay? That's what I'm seeing right now, okay? Jay Roman said, we ain't done with this fight just yet. Final stocks apiece. But hold on now. The snake is armed and dangerous. Will this shot connect and finish the job?
Oh, wait for it, and the Rockets are going to connect. There's one final one, and absolutely going to do it. Gerudo King closing it out 2-0 with the final smash in style. Wow.
That was such a shock, too. I don't even think he was able to react to that last missile, right? You saw it. He definitely had the moment of, I can air dodge. But I feel, though, that J-Rom was so far out in the blind that there's no way this is going to hit. Oh, it hit me. You know, it just kind of went out a little bit of a bait. But looking clean. Gerudo there to use the surprise factor and take his goal here to the next side of the brackets.
That was insane. Again, one thing we're just appreciating is that the gameplay has just been immaculate. The random stages and items have complemented this action so well. As you can see right here, we're going to go ahead and switch over and take a look at the bracket again because, again, we guys always keep you guys updated. Just in case you're now tuning in, we have both Danny issues earlier and now Gerudo King both have advanced to semis. J. Ramen following right there. Another 2-0 on the board, Charles. We're really seeing these players who are winning, they're winning with dominance.
Yeah, just really understanding the stage, really utilizing every single tool available. That is what Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is all about. I mean, honestly, it's been what Smash Bros. Has been about since 64, right? So just really utilizing every single item, utilizing every single stage hazard, and we really see the creativity coming through for these players. And I really got to shout out Gerudo King's off-stage game, phenomenal, was able to just have complete dominance over J. Ramen with that 2-0 victory. And now we're going to see Danny and Gerudo King face off later on in the semifinals. I'm really excited to see that.
That's going to be quite the show, especially that Danny was using more of those light, medium weight characters, so it's going to be quite explosive. Here comes our next opponents. We got Tokokiro, and William is going to be coming up. So excited to see more action here. Squad Strike at Nintendo Live. It's going to be great as we get into the next half of the top 8 brackets.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I think if those first 2 matches were any indication of what we're going to see, we can expect another, absolute banger of a match. And I could not be more excited about that. As you said, Tokokiro and William going to be slugging it out. The one of the greatest things about this particular Squad Strike challenge that we have here is, again, we're not too familiar exactly what lineups everybody's going to come out here with. So we're kind of getting treated and surprised all over the place. And again, as I said, it's making for some very compelling matchups. So I expect this not to be any different, Charles, as we are about to get another game started.
Can't wait to see the stage, and I can't wait to see the character lineup. So far, we've had so much different character diversity, and with over 80 characters, that's definitely what you're going to get in a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament. So I'm really excited to see the character lineups, and of course, the stage. We have so many different and fun stages that we're working with, combined with all the different items, man. I've been having such a great time. I see Wendy, Yoshi, and Villager on the right side, and of course, Mr. Game & Watch, Ridley, and Violet. Again, 6 brand new characters we haven't even seen on screen yet.
I love it. We saw a little bit of that Yoshi once, but I mean, that was that one game, right? It wasn't out too long when he had help from that Joker. So, and then here he is again. But Villager is a character we have not seen a lot. We saw a lot of Villager in Super Smash Bros. Wii U, but in this game, a lot more of that Isabelle has been coming out as of late. So it's nice to get that refresher here as to what makes Villager so strategic. Not only the Lloyd placements, and when you do hit, it does get a little bit of end lag, and you get that impact from shielding or getting a hit from those Lloyds. So it's going to lead to a lot of combos. But again, William rocking Violet's a lot of range, and it's going to go right through that distance.
Right, you're talking about a lot of combos. How about a lot of chaos? Because we got the ice version of this stage right now of Pokemon Stadium 2, and that is definitely going to be a little chaotic. Just notice how the slides come into effect, and how about the combinations? intentional or not, at the end of the day, Charles, it's effective, and that's just what you're looking for to get the W. Got the green shell in hand, keeping that Wendy at bay. This Byleth put in some work right now, just narrowly avoiding being in those triple digits.
And of course, Pokemon Stadium 2 going for another transformation back home on home turf here. Wendy has already taken quite a bit of damage. William really showing off what this Byleth can do. Gonna go ahead and get the capsule, and great item control. Look at that juggling with the capsule, catching it when it bounces off the shield.
Absolutely, and I think that's what makes Byleth such a challenging character, right? When he has control of that center stage with that range, I feel like he's unbeatable at times, right? No matter what items you're throwing. We were talking about how items should be making this tournament so diverse and so unpredictable, but with these 2-0s, right, it's been so consistent that these players know what they're doing with these items. It is not unconventional, it's not random. This is all planned on how to use each character's tools to their largest of potential, like Ridley here.
Yeah, you were speaking of tools. I saw he had that killing edge, and it was glowing for a minute. That could have been a great chance to really get some damage, but unfortunately not going to be allowed to hang around long enough to really utilize that, as William, a commanding lead right here, and this Ridley looking to extend that even further. And maybe it's going to take another smash ball, well-timed, for Toko Kero to get this stock off, because right now William is having a ball.
With the banana in hand, this is a very strong item. Diddy Kong can also spawn that item, so you got to watch out for that. And when you have that banana, when you throw it at your opponent, you can go ahead and get any kind of follow-up, any kind of smash attack, any kind of grab. So it's just really, really strong here, just going back and forth. William looking real strong. Oh, man, and just a lot of breath coming out from Ridley, and it's got a lot of fire on it, too.
And let me tell you, we also can't forget when you are kind of holding forward when getting hit by a smash attack. Usually without items, you have a better idea and chance of actually surviving. But when there is item into play, knockback does change from the effects of the items and these moves. Already really having one of the most fastest and most powerful annoying smash attacks that are going to bother you and steal those stocks like that. I mean, it really is going to be quite explosive at even earlier percents in those moments.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, listen, that was just a very calculated strike and calculated effort on the part of William, somebody who, as we pointed out, at the beginning of this event, we said you need to be very engaged and just kind of comfortable with a variety of characters to really take care of business in this event. I think William definitely hits all of those check marks at the moment, but Toko Kero is certainly going to have something to say, because this is, again, best of 3. Understanding single elimination, when your life's on the line like this in bracket, you definitely show up with your back to the wall.
Yeah, and of course, Villager going to have a little bit of options here when it comes to items, because you have that pocket, right? So you can go ahead and pocket all the different items that your opponent's character can spawn, or that just spawn on the stage in general, very similar to the Rosalina gravitational pool here. See if Toko Kero can go ahead and utilize that with a screw attack into the up air. Could have gone for maybe another one to get the KO.
That was such an interesting and such a creative response, too, from the screw attack. Combos coming out. Again, really such a large character, but with such quick options that can really come out. Those wings really going to put you out of those blast zones. As we talk about small battles, having some of the smallest that's going to, hey, what's up, bro? Can I use you? I ran out of speed. There you go. Thank you so much. William here taking a stock for himself and using the items to his advantage. When you can't catch your opponent, I'm going to throw things.
Yeah, I was going to say, that fire bar is typically meant to be swung, not flung, but nonetheless, effectiveness is effectiveness, and William now going up 2 whole stocks. This Ridley may just carry this whole roster to victory. I don't know, man. Yellow Yoshi looking a little black and blue right now, because you can see Ridley is unrelenting on this assault.
Yeah, and William just really utilizing the offstage potential of really that neutral air kind of starts at the bottom. So just position themselves at the ledge, and when you hit Wendy or any of those Koopas out of their cart, you're not going to get it back for quite some time. And the up air, William cleaning house with this Ridley looking unstoppable.
Few thoughts. You can go ahead and sit on me. My wings are gonna deny you. Don't forget, disjointed hitboxes, my friend, will go ahead and overpower you. William making Ridley here look like such a threat to that other side of the bracket. Let me tell you, we got Danny and we got Gerudo King that's gonna be, looking at Ridley being maybe just a little bit, whoa.
Can I give you a little insight? I knew William was going to be a problem, because he showed up to this event. He didn't have a gamer tag. He said,
oh, yeah, he said William.
It's William. That's the name my mama gave me. That's what I'm going to use, and that's how I'm going to handle business, okay? I knew William was going to be a problem, and for the rest of the bracket, that just may be the case. That was an incredibly just dominant performance as we see yet another 2-0 has been delivered in the quarterfinals. So that makes Danny Issues, Gerudo King, and William so far the only 3 who have qualified for semis. But we got one more slot to fill to get to our top 4, and it's going to feature LT Surge and Valdez.
Taking it back to Gen 1 Pokemon here, Lieutenant
Best one.
Surge. So coming in hot, of course, the 94 on deck as well. We'll see how both these competitors go up against each other, and we'll see their character lineup as well. We saw a little bit more of a tame stage that last one, Small Battlefield, one of the newest additions to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So essentially Battlefield, but cut that top platform, right?
Absolutely, and you know, it's been so respected and beloved by so many players.
Yes.
It's used as a counter pick in so many other tournaments as well. So it's great that we were able to see that come into play here. That small blast zone, we haven't really had any small blast zones as of yet. Even Brinstar, the small stage, still such a large blast zone. So it's great that it came out and we were able to see some early stocks. I mean, that was a gift to Ridley. It was Christmas morning, looking so good, delivering, like you said, the black and blue.
Listen,
bruises, man.
I didn't want to say it, but I couldn't ignore it. Okay, it was definitely a rough outing for sure. And I'll tell you what. So we've seen a couple of different characters, right? And again, in a game that has a roster of over 80 characters, you're going to see a lot of diversity. Some characters of note that we haven't gotten a chance to see yet. Fox, I'd really like to see Fox. Aegis has not made an appearance yet either, which is a character that I always have my eye on for sure. You know what I mean? How about yourselves? Any characters that you're kind of anticipating seeing before it's all said and done?
I would definitely like to see a little bit more Star Fox representation. We saw
Obviously.
the Wolf earlier. I'm a huge fan of the series. Fox is my personal favorite character of Super Smash Bros. Would love to see that. And the Pyraminther, another very powerful character.
Yep.
Steve, also a very popular character, very popular IP, right? So very surprised we have not seen any Steve yet. What about you, Kels?
Absolutely. I mean, I of course, like, I gotta be biased and say Sonic, right? I mean,
You already
I
got
am a
Kirby.
Sonic
It's
player.
not
I got
biased,
the
it's
Kirby,
expected.
so it is expected, but also not even to say it in terms of that, but Sonic's speed, being able to utilize each item
Yep.
to grab everything, especially on those large blast zones. He's able to run, grab whatever he wants when he wants. So I'd love to see more Sonic. I'd also really like to see Aegis as well. I was waiting for that to come out. Isabelle, another great character in Squad Strike specifically, and can utilize items, keep in her pockets,
Yep.
use against others. So big Animal Crossing fan. I got my Kirby, I want some Animal Crossing.
Listen, I can't blame you for that. You know, and again, one thing that we have really seen thus far is the utilization of those items. That has definitely played more of a role than maybe some of our competitors were expecting, okay? But, you know, anytime you turn on items, that is one of the hallmarks of the Super Smash Bros. Series, and anytime we get to see them, I am elated about that. But it looks like our competitors are on stage. As I said, LT Surge, which again, we believe is a little nod to Lieutenant Surge in Gen 1, of course, and Valdens will be competing in the quarterfinal match, and we are going to get our semi solved after this is done.
And I'm loving Valdens' lineup. All right, let's give it up for both our competitors. This is gonna be the last round of this first round of the winner's bracket here. And, man, we got 2 kings on deck, King K. Rool and King DDD. Man, I got to tell you, I love both those characters. They're so fun to play, but they can be a little tough to play against some of these quick, speedy characters. So we'll see how Valden makes some of these bigger characters work out for him.
I'm absolutely interested to see how the Pichu does, right? That explosive, quick character, as you mentioned, especially so small, will really come into play into a team like this specifically. I think against King DDD, K. Rool, Game & Watch. They're really going to be doing some hard work. Now we got a defensive option. I mean, Bowser versus Game & Watch. How do you touch Game & Watch?
Well, I mean, you have to be very, very gingerly. You gotta be. Oh no, no way, that broke the shield. Oh no. Now, fortunately, he was only at 0. Okay, so it's very modest. Not to worry about anything. But we already know Bowser gets you once he gets Game & Watch around like the 50s. That is absolutely KO %. And do not let him get his hands on this Smash Ball first. If you saw that Mario movie, you know he's always after something crazy. And right now he is just going to erupt in this punch. KO!
Peaches in the blast zone. My gosh. There it is. But now the 2 kings coming in. And don't forget, we also have Gerudo waiting in the 3 kings in the way. But 2 kings must fight for 1 to remain here in the bracket. We got fire coming out. We got crowns coming. We got pirate hats. It's a clash of the titans. It's a belly flop. Really comes in. Hey, that's a great breakfast you have.
Let me tell you something. That belly bounce does not mess around. Now, here is an interesting little matchup we're going to have. Pichu, of course, with the speed and technique to get the job done, but that lightweight can sometimes betray this character. And of course, K. Rool does not discriminate on those big, meaty hits. Let's find out, though. A lot of good movement coming out on the part, though, of LT Surge. This, of course, putting the Surge right there with this Pichu. Let's see.
That's it. I expect this Pichu to really be the Raichu from Lieutenant Surge. So, no! We were talking about weight, and then we said Surge, and then we said Pikachu is gonna come in and win. But hey, we got a green, crocodile instead with a bomb in his face.
We know Pichu, just inherently how the character is designed, tends to harm themselves, okay? But I don't think that was what the designers had in mind. Very unfortunate stray that Pichu caught right there, and now it's going to be all up to Corrin to try and mount this comeback and take out this King K. Rool, knowing that DDD is also waiting in the wings.
It's also possible. I mean, Corrin has amazing distance and defense and really great KO options. But if we're really looking at KOs, I mean, you're talking about K. Rool with max rage and a smash ball. So you got a lot to work on, but that is the invincibility when you are neutral get-upping from the ledge. You do have some moments here. And now you have stage control. Here we go. Edge guard, the crown coming out, not going to get hit, but we are going to perhaps see the pin and going to commit to it. So that's a dash attack waiting to happen.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, it really came down to the fact of Surge just falling behind just a few unfortunate circumstances that we did highlight in that match did lead to that destruction. But Valdens keeping a cool head, recognized, hey, I have such a powerful lead here. I'm not going to do anything extra over the top. I'm just going to play my game, and it was good enough to get him that first dub.
Absolutely. I mean, I just want to talk about that bomb again, right? I think that really changed.
I don't think Surge does.
Yeah, I don't think he does. He's already trying to forget and focus, and that's also very important, right? The mindset when going into this, where you are playing with items, and this random occurrence could potentially happen at any point. Even when the items are set to low, it can be chaotic at times. They spawn in, and the camera won't adjust to where that item is at certain items. So it's going to surprise you, and you might not be so ready for it. But hey, this time, the king is out to play, to rebuttal, and to continue the wrath here.
All right, let's get it. So we are going to classic Battlefield for this exchange. Looking forward to a lot of true neutral stages kind of being shown right now. And obviously, Valdens winning that first game, keeping that lineup very much so intact. See if it'll be enough to get the job done. A lot of damage being hammered here on LT Surge right out the gate. Oh, no, don't let him do that. That cannonball is nothing nice.
That's
a KO. That's a KO. That's absolutely a KO. Yes, the full commitment off stage like that with that nair, beautiful, and then just going to have the Final Smash tucked away. Not going to get the KO. Well, it is Pichu, but probably not going to get the KO, but some good damage.
Oh, man,
if this KOs, I'm walking off the stage. I'm walking off the stage.
Get the hammers ready, because it just might happen, honestly. It was
all right,
All right, if it was the other way, though, that was definitely the KO, the way that he launched himself, but Surge still here in the gym battle against King K. Rool, who is dominating not only this set, but just that ledge. But as I'm saying that, here we go. Reverse rolls here. The landing nair continues to just rack that damage and keep control, finding that landing option here. That Balance is looking for.
I'm glad I was able to interrupt that down smash attempt on the top platform that likely would have been a KO. Again, Pichu, that lightweight just does not do this character any favors, especially in a sticky situation like this. You have to play almost perfect to use that crown against K. Rool and just trying to keep him trapped on this right side. Party ball over there. Maybe could be something in there to help even up the score. Let's find out. Survey says, stay right away from that bomb. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I had a feeling, too. I don't know why my gut was saying there's like 50 bombs inside of that party pot. So not my kind of party, but Surge was actually ready, responded, kind of retreated a little bit, and then was able to grab some arsenals. But let me tell you, the sword versus boomerang. Who do you think is going to win in a fight, right?
I think that's pretty obvious. I've been clamoring for somebody to get their hands on that killing edge and really utilize it. In that case, just chucked it out and didn't even utilize the properties of the item. But nonetheless, a stock is a stock and a lead. Well, this is certainly a lead for Valdens. One game away from making it into semis here at the Squad Strike Challenge. But LT Surge still with some signs of life swinging, trying to make this Bowser do everything in his power to get the dub.
Now we're back at the first match, the first stock of this set. We got Bowser and Game & Watch, which is actually quite the advantage and opportunity here for Valdens to bring this back. Now grabbing Oh, yes, don't forget you can control the initial boost. And it does, in fact, take him out, though. You don't want to forget that. You know, I'm going to take you out, but hey, I also have to kind of leave.
Yeah,
So,
you know.
Is it worth it? Yes. Absolutely.
That's a tough one. I'm just going to say that's a tough one to have it go out on. Obviously, you know, you have your final character. You're expecting at the very least you'll get at least a little bit of a slugfest, especially since it's Bowser, to try and mount some sort of comeback. But that final smash does not play around of Game & Watch. Just pick you up, send you out, and there it is, sending Valdens into semis. Another 2-0 kills. Is that just the trend of the entire event? Are we going to get in the semis and just see 2-0 after 2-0 as well?
Look, people came here for business.
They did.
They didn't come here to play. They came here to win, okay?
Okay.
They want that trophy.
Yes,
I
sir.
want that trophy, so I don't blame you.
I'm down, Kels.
That's it. It really is. It is looking, though, as we got 3 kings now,
Yes.
right, into the finalists. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys, these Nintendo representatives, go at it. We also have Sephiroth, right, kind of in that back, too. So he's like, hey, don't forget about me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we can't forget about how we got to this point. How about we take a look at that bracket one more time for you guys? And you can see it was Danny taking it over Retro Star with a 2-0. Gerudo King advanced over J Ramen, again 2-0. Toko Karu falling to William. No gamer tag, just business. My man William with the 2-0. And Valdens just taking out LT Sir. So that's some really good matches in this semifinals with Danny taking on Gerudo King and William and Valdens. I gotta say, the William Valdens match might be the one I'm most looking forward to.
Yes.
Because those are kind of like my MVP front runners of this bracket so far.
I agree with you. I was just about to point that out
Yeah.
as well. I think these guys have had that one specific character where we had K. Rool, right?
Yep.
And both of them have had this enormous and explosive kind of performance
Yes.
with that one character, and you couldn't even get those stocks off even with the help of items, so it really went into their favor. I don't know if that luck is on their side in that party ball hat, but shouts to Surge, hope he's well, but it's going to leave a mark no matter what they do. They're big heavy boys, and the fact that they have to fight early like this, in a way, I feel like that was really a finals match that we could have potentially seen.
Absolutely. And listen, that's not a knock against any of our other competitors. We understand everybody who's made it to this top 4 incredibly skilled. And one thing you always have to keep in mind is the stage and the item spawns can really kind of dictate how these things are going to play out. That's why, again, whoever's best at not only their characters, but utilizing any of the tools that present themselves is going to be probably your front runner for this event. We all kind of have our favorites right now. And, maybe our friend Charles does as well, because you're wondering, where did he go? Well, I got you covered. We're going to throw to Charles for our Squad Strike Challenge analysis.
All right, so we're here. Of course, we've seen incredible plays coming out through in this entire tournament, and I wanted to break down some of the plays and why they were so good and why they're able to get so many stocks. And some of these players kind of make it look a little seamless. So we're going to get into our first clip here. We have Kirby versus Link, of course. This is RetroStar making the comeback, and we're going to go ahead and play this clip here. Now, in this position, you really, really want this Smash Ball, but Yoshi is also aggressing on to the Smash Ball here, right? So, because of that, RetroStar goes ahead and uses that up B and creates a lot of pressure here, and you're also going to get the Smash Ball at the same time while trying to hit your opponent. So, now we're going to go ahead and play the clip here. Able to get the Smash Ball, and you notice at 0%, able to combo into the final smash with such a powerful attack. You want to be able to combo into it, and at 0%, RetroStar was able to go ahead and destroy Yoshi with that final smash attack. And you really want to utilize that, and what better way to utilize it than taking out your opponent at 0%. Now we can go ahead and go on to the next clip here. We got Gerudo King on the Sephiroth, and of course J Ramen on the Bowser. And I really just wanted to point out Gerudo King's efficiency off stage with this character. Sephiroth, very light, very frail, but off stage can be a menace here. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip, and it's all about tracking your opponent's resources. So here, Gerudo King is covering the jump in, right? So just in case J Ramen tried to jump in here, of course, we have this attack with Sephiroth, that big sweeping up air to really cover all that area. So it forces J Ramen to not only use the double jump, but you want to double jump backwards because you're avoiding Sephiroth. Now, because this double jump goes ahead and gets used, you don't get another double jump until you hit the ground. So now Gerudo King can really push Bowser in this direction And Sephiroth has so many strong tools like forward air and like counter that he can go ahead and utilize off stage. And when you don't have that double jump, you don't really have a mix-up. So we can go ahead and play the rest of the clip and just seeing Gerudo King cover that with the forward air, setting up the neutral B, and then dropping down with the counter to go ahead and finish that stock up. Very proficient off stage with that Sephiroth. So proficient off stage that the next clip is also going to be Gerudo King on the Sephiroth here. So we're going to go ahead and line up this next clip, and it's going to be J Ramen on the Wolf, the space animal characters from Star Fox, not known for having the best recoveries. You can exploit them very well here. So Gerudo King can go ahead and play the clip. Going to go ahead and get the back air, and right here, this is a very vital spot. J Ramen went for the blaster. Since J Ramen went for the blaster, there's a lot of end lag. So now J Ramen is in this bottom area, right? And because you're so low in this area, when you're Wolf, you have to burn double jump. So when you go ahead and burn double jump, that is your most valuable resource off stage. So now, because J Ramen is so low to the blast zone here, Gerudo King positions right at the ledge. This is a very important spot to go ahead and position yourself whenever you're edge guarding. So just watch how Gerudo King knows that J Ramen has to burn the jump and finishes the edge guard. We can go ahead and play this clip. Burns the double jump, gets the spike. Great DI and tech coming out from J Ramen, but since the up B was not towards the ledge, Gerudo King was already on stage, ready for that option, and cleaned up with the dash attack. Incredible stuff coming out from Gerudo King. So that's going to be our breakdown for the Squad Strike tournament here. I'm going to throw it back to EE.
All right, Charles, certainly do appreciate it. I know a better man for the job than a breakdown like that. Definitely appreciate Charles lending us his knowledge as we are like a little more than halfway through this bracket to crown our Squad Strike Challenge 2023 champion. And I'll tell you what, Kels, just looking ahead, knowing that we're about to jump right back into these matches again, I know Danny's going to be coming back on stage, so very eager to see him play. He kind of opened things up for us. So I would imagine like he's got to be somebody who's just sitting up there just brimming with a lot of confidence right now.
Oh yeah, especially he was the one that brought out the most characters that were seen on screen, right? We had the Joker, we had the Ra, we had the Link, and all of them were so fantastic, right? That wasn't the instance of this player had that one character that was explosive. It was really all of it. Link was on stage for, I think, maybe a total of 5 minutes. And we had Joker as well for an entire game, and even Rob cleaning up those stocks, which I think all those characters put together, is such a great idea. Charles, what match are you looking forward to as we continue?
I gotta say, I'm a big fan of Gerudo King. Of course, I selected 2 of his clips here. So, Danny versus Gerudo King is the match that I'm looking forward to the most. And coincidentally, it's up next, so I'm very excited for this upcoming match.
Yeah, I don't see how this isn't going to be amazing for sure. Again, just, great kickoff matches that we had earlier today. If you're just now tuning in or joining us in the audience, you're in for a treat. This Final Four that we have for you is absolutely outstanding. Gerudo King obviously being one of them. And just see that smile. That is a man just poised with confidence, okay? And when you have confidence, Charles, on a stage, sometimes that's all it takes. Well, a little bit of skill.
Little bit of skill, a lot of confidence, but that confidence is what's going to bring out a lot of these players' hidden potential. So much skill, so much plays that can be made on these different stages with all these items, so much things going on, right? But they're keeping it together. It can be an overwhelming feeling, right? And Kels, I know you used to compete a ton, so you can go ahead and tell us how overwhelming those things can kind of get.
Like I said in the beginning, it's 80% mindset, it's 20% gameplay. So if you know what you're doing and you're feeling as confident as my man looks, then this could be really great for him. But we haven't seen really that smile, that smirk that is currently coming out of Dan. He's looking forward to playing with the diversity in that arsenal. Look at these characters, E. Yes. We are starting off. We got the King of Versus, Yoshi here protecting the Mushroom Kingdom of his own.
Let's see how it's going to go down. I'll tell you what, it's not the character lineups aren't the only thing you have to worry about here. Mushroom Kingdom U, this one is a little bit tricky to navigate, as we've seen a couple matches in the past for sure. Again, these stages being on random, you never quite know what you're going to get. So being able to adapt on the fly, going to be big. Ganondorf, of course, with all the tools in the world to give you a pretty chunky and powerful lead should he be able to connect a lot of these strong KO-enabling blows. But Yoshi, of course, can be so slippery, so tricky, not going to be the easiest task.
Gotta watch out for the water as well. It's going to create a ton of platforms here on the stage. Looks like we're going to get a stage switch already. Gerudo King setting up an off-stage situation and showing off the edge guarding even with Ganondorf, the neutral air to cover the directional air dodging. Wait, can you get back on stage? Okay, Gerudo King making it back.
Again, such a long stage, right? We were a little worried about the King, but he's good. He knows what he's doing. There's a reason why he's the leader, and now we got a Zelda show for you in a Mario Land. That's the beauty of Smash Bros. And Nabbit here in the background wanting to join too. But such confidence and such play here coming in from oh my God, everybody run, evacuate the building, call the alarms.
Yeah, those bombs, nothing you want to play around. Oh my goodness.
I didn't actually mean it.
Yeah, but that Link actually just taking his exit stage left. Let me tell you something. If that was Breath of the Wild, that princess still be locked up. That is not the Link to get it done. No disrespect, Danny, but definitely having some struggles as an SD from Gerudo King. At least gonna make this lead a little less demoralizing. I'll say that for sure. Got a Smash Ball on the stage right now. Who's gonna be able to get their hands on that first? Oh, Sephiroth just diving right into it. And let's see. The villainous music is about to hit out of parry, by the way. That timing, immaculate, to say the least, in a world ender type hit. Not going to get the stock, but definitely sending a message.
Yeah, a lot of damage, and I mean, Gerudo King just kind of locking away that comeback factor, right? Because Danny, if got the Smash Ball there, could have gone ahead and comboed into that final smash, and we've seen many players make comebacks with that final smash. So just taking it away, getting the damage, especially off the parry. Gerudo King looking really clean, setting up with this boomerang as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, and charging up with the Octo Slash, so much damage. Gerudo King is looking real clean, and wow, we are charging it up all the way, the Giga Flare to end it in style.
Did you see the Smash Ball animation, the math, the science that went into that animation with the planet blowing? That's, my friend, was Gerudo King.
Sephiroth had a master's degree, man.
That's it, man. But then the combos and the efficiency of just using your stage like that and just the zero death of, no, you're actually, if I calculate this correctly, you're going to end up right here as I explode you with my most powerful move. That was insane play here to take that first game, E.
Yeah, I definitely expected Gerudo King to show up in a big way. Did not think he would put those hands on Danny like that. That was definitely a bit of a surprise, but with such a powerful lineup like that, I heard that gas, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume Sonic has made it into somebody's roster, and that is certainly going to be the case. Danny may be looking for this character to give him a little bit of a spark.
Ooh, and one of my favorite stages as well, Green Greens. There's a lot of chaos that can happen here. Apples can fall from the tree, and of course, there are the bomb blocks as well. You're gonna have to be really careful.
I also really agree with the Sonic pick, just because of the Ganondorf, right? This Ganondorf has been a menace this entire bracket, and Sonic is a pretty fast character, so if he is struggling, I like that Danny put him in the second line of characters in case the Mario doesn't end up working out. Mario, a great character to put in that damage. You know, Mario and Sonic, they're friends at the Olympics, man. They do quite a bit of teamwork at times, even if they've had their history. And there it is, the edgeguard, though, I mean, putting that history to rest. Mario back here at the coins, and is gonna go to rest, but the damage is done. I think that's the play here. Let's see if the Sonic comes in to rescue here the princess that Zelda needs, that Link left behind off stage.
I'm telling you, I feel like that first stock too, a little assist to Wispy as well. That wind was blowing towards the right, which kind of enabled Gerudo King to get in position to get that first KO. And now let's see if the Sonic can indeed be a difference maker. One thing Gerudo King not shying away from, though, is a challenge, taking this fight right to Sonic, who is struggling to really kind of get in there. I think it was a pitfall getting tossed, gonna dodge that. Oh my goodness, apples, oranges, swords, and everything coming together to give Gerudo King an insane lead in game number 2.
Yeah, and I mean, just utilizing that stall. Whenever you hit a block like that, your move actually gets stalled out a little bit, mixing up the timing there for Danny, and just great apple control as well. We saw so much damage coming out from Gerudo King, utilizing all the different items, but Danny got the final smash on deck here. Maybe Starwolf can turn the tide of this battle.
Did you notice how Gerudo King actually waited, stalled on that platform a little bit, knowing that right now you are guaranteed to have that Smash Ball inside of your arsenal. It's not going to fall out of you just yet. It takes quite a bit of seconds for it to actually be able to be kicked out of you. So it's great weight there and does land the Smash Ball. We got Star Wolf here coming into play. The boys are back, taking that damage and taking out Sephiroth, as light as he is, on one of the smallest blast zones in the game. Green's not a big place.
Yeah, those condensed, obviously, zones are not going to do you any kind of favors. And again, you pointed out, too, that lightweight. So I think that's why Danny was so clever in that, waiting for the perfect opportunity to make sure that final smash would hit. No need to rush anything. Just let it come to you. And this really could be the thing that sends us into a little bit of overtime, potentially a Game 3 on the horizon, because this Wolf right now certainly on the hunt.
We got the bomb blocks as well, but it looks like Snake setting up a bunch of bombs of his own. Of course, we got the grenades. We got the C4 almost getting the snipe underneath the stage here. And it looks like the Snake has done quite a bit of damage off stage here. Gets the downer, tries to get the charge on the up smash, but looks like Snake just gonna get on out of there.
My gosh, these grenades are so threatening, especially on such a small stage like this. I thought Wolf was gonna lose that stock so easy, but these apples are coming into play, okay? We've seen the kind of hit stun, the delay off of these knockbacks and these attacks really be emphasized and kind of delayed a little bit, really kicking into play and coming into clutch here for Snake to really control that edge here, making it so hard. Up air not gonna do it, but here it comes. The forward air is going to take it. The reverse 3-stock comeback. Danny is here and he is alive.
He is all smiles as well, because I don't think anyone predicted that to be the case. But I'll tell you something. There's just, again, I have to give a shout out to his patience with that final smash, timing it perfectly, exploiting the lightweight of Sephiroth, as well as the blast zones on Green's being a little bit more condensed, and then just straight out outplaying him on that final stock, because that's all it was. He outplayed him on that final stock and let him know, I didn't get into semis by accident. You're going to have yourself a challenge. We are going to game number 3.
Yeah, just swiping all those hitboxes right outside of the grenade. Snake's main defense when Snake gets hit is pulling those grenades, and as long as you go ahead and swipe the legs and just really stay away from that mid-torso area where the grenade gets pulled, you can go ahead and keep on hitting Snake, keep on racking on that damage, and then eventually, with that forward air, was able to take out Snake from the side blast zone there. Just incredible control of that center stage, and even on Green's going to be even more important, right?
Absolutely, and now we even have a different different character, once again, Lucas.
Wow.
My gosh, what a shout out today. What great gifts we're having on Christmas morning, on Yoshi's Story. What, again, a classic counter here on Super Smash Brothers since Melee, really coming in here, always around, and has been such a counter pick, such a great fan favorite for so long. And don't forget, it may look a lot like Battlefield, but there's quite a bit of hazards, so look out here. You got the slight edges that will be turning over points, especially when platforms and items. Randall! I was just gonna say, my man said it for me. He opened up himself. He didn't need that red carpet entrance. You'll know him and you'll love him.
That's actually insane. Looked like an SD was all but unavoidable, but no, Gerudo King gonna get another chance to really make this.
And you see how big of a difference Randall makes in so much of these interactions. A character like Ganondorf, known for not having the greatest recovery. Randall helping out a ton here. And Randall always on the right side, ready to back up Ganondorf.
He's a big fan of Ganondorf, I'll say that. He really wants to be a part of this malicious plan, okay, of taking it over. And he does come in. Once again, Rand says, thanks, man. No problem. I'm going to go back on lunch break. And right back in, eating. And now we go, okay, yo, Link is back. He's feeling, oh, man. He just can't catch a break. He just can't. I don't know where Zelda is, but she's gonna have to wait a while.
Somewhere in the corner crying, okay? That's the only thing I can surmise right now. This Link continues to not quite get the job done. But you know what? Even in defeat, says Ganon, you're coming with me. Another 100-year slumber is on the table, but only one stock left from Danny. He's got to make this Yoshi count. And right now, this lineup of Gerudo King looking a little hard to take down with Sephiroth lead the charge.
And Danny's been switching up these characters every single round, trying to throw the curveball, but Gerudo King sticking it out with his squad, and it's been working wonders here, up an entire stock here. We'll see what Danny can utilize to make this comeback with the Yoshi. Sephiroth extremely light, tries to get the screw attack jump into the up air, but not going to quite connect here, and the shield break. Oh, man, you got to watch out for that down smash. Oh, and wow, the Yoshi bomb is just going to come through and get that early stock. Now it's one-on-one.
This is my home. It's my turf. That's my Randall. Let me show you why. Yoshi coming in here. These grenades now threatening. It is a 1 stock apiece. Gerudo, Danny here. 1-1. Our first game, by the way, going to a game 3. So you will feel the hype in the audience.
Absolutely.
Yoshi and Solid Snake, okay? This is the matchup you never thought you'd see that is only possible in Smash Brothers. We got the Nairs coming in. We got the combos up, the boomerang, the blue boomerang, the blue Yoshi. You know that's a new power-up. He's got to have it Wonder.
Oh,
And Wonder
what
it
the heck?
is! Wonderful!
Just like that on Yoshi's story, I guess it was canon.
Danny is just somebody who just adapts and learns. That is what I'm saying. I will say this. Gerudo King with the Sephiroth as that lightweight character in the middle did do him in 2 games in a row because definitely we saw, obviously on Green's how it went down, and then that Yoshi bond taking out that stock a little bit earlier than you would expect as well. So,
Oh, no.
Danny, incredible play for sure. Going to advance into the finals of this event. Congratulations to both, but Danny, 2-1 victory.
Come on.
You also got to give it up to Gerudo King as well, really showing off these characters' offensive abilities, but of course, some of them not having the greatest defense of well. And that double-edged sword strategy can really get you sometimes, but a fantastic showing coming out from Gerudo King. And man, Danny just on-the-fly adaptation. That boomerang play, so tricky, and it was such a great way to kind of diffuse some of these snake setups with the grenades, right? So just fantastic stuff, racked up a ton of damage, and we know that Yoshi is such a crazy combo character as well.
Absolutely, especially the frame data that comes out of those aerial attacks, right? We always know that Yoshi's more of an aerial-based character. Such mobility. You don't have a recovery in terms of an up special, but you got a long jump, a high jump, and you got some armor on that. So you're going to be pretty safe, especially when you're back home. You got your music playing, you're jamming out. Nothing's really going to come and stop you. And you got a boomerang, too. Yoshi with a boomerang? Oh, boy.
I would agree. It was hard to stop Danny, and that is why he is in the finals. Let's take a look at that bracket so you can see exactly how it went down. Danny and Gerudo King putting on a show for us in semifinals, giving us our first game 3 of the entire bracket. So that's how you know things are getting real serious, real chippy, and real gritty. So we're going to see Danny momentarily, but we got to find his opponent first. William and Valdens. These are the 2 names that we were saying, honestly, you could argue could just be your finalists, but the way Danny's playing, clearly going to have something to say about that. So William and Valdens, who do you think's got it, Chuck? Who is going to the finals?
I really want Valdens to come through because I'm just such a huge fan of King DDD and King K. Rool. I've been just seeing both of those characters in the lineup. I love both of them so much, and really seeing them succeed. And I mean, just watching more matches and seeing those characters in the finals, I'd love to see it.
I just want to see William for his tag. I feel like he came into this live show and said, man, I'm at a Nintendo Live. This is fun. I love it. Hey, a tournament. Let's sign up. And that's all. The rest is history. Nah, I am so excited to see this guy play. He has been phenomenal. He was, as you said, before kind of the man we were looking at in his terms of his play with one character, right? We haven't seen so much of the other characters because he didn't need it. So it's going to be quite the show. Valdens as well, right? Same kind of response with his previous opponent that we've seen. These one characters that has been really overpowerful. Ridley, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, and look at that first stage we were actually getting. Brinstar is going to be a really good stage, kind of a little bit of a homage to the Ridley that William is piloting. But right now, it's all about the Game & Watch. These Nair and aerial combinations are doing a lot. No way, oh my goodness, I thought for sure that might have easily spelled an almost 0 to death, but William still with a sizable lead and control of this stage right now. Charles, what is it going to take for Valdens to bring this back?
You're going to have to get a couple of solid hits. Oh, maybe going to another screw attack, though. Going to miss the follow-up. And, I mean, King K. Rool, yes, has that up B. You can go ahead and combo from the screw attack into the up B. Or up air can do a ton of things. You also got to watch out for the armored aerials. Of course, using that belly armor, King K. Rool can go ahead and tank through a lot of different things. And you got to watch out if you're Game & Watch. You have not a lot of weight to back you up. Some of the best aerials in the game, but you're very fragile.
Yeah.
I actually must say, the way that they are kind of prioritizing, do I get the ball or do I get the edge guard and then get the ball? Which toy do I want to play with today?
Right.
And it really did come down to, hey, I got stage control. I'm going to control the stage. Make sure you don't come back. So I can't get... No.
Oh
Hey, yo, let me tell talking about Game & Watch. He might be paper, but he hits like a rock, baby.
Listen, y'all said no. William was like, yes. The perfect position to let that final smash rip. My goodness, what a lead. Valden's being completely overwhelmed. He's got a hammer in hand, just chucks the killing edge away. He's going to need a lot right now. This King DDD really going to have to go on the offense to make this even doable.
Okay, there's the neutral coming out from the King himself. We'll see if Valdens can make this comeback. Probably going to need some assistance from a final smash, perhaps. So charging up William, trying to end it in style here. The Gordo set up here, and you see the terrain not exactly straight, so these Gordos are going to be bouncing around in all kinds of different directions.
Absolutely, especially on a small stage like this. I mean, Violet has such range, such power, right? Especially the edge of that stick. It's going to be quite the sharp hits, especially popping that tummy there that we're going to see from Valdens. And this looks like it's going to do it. Yes, it is. Willie M putting the emphasis on the W to win the game 1 here.
I cannot believe the pitfall is what doomed that poor DDD into destruction. Just trapped on that right side in the pitfall with nowhere to go. And William just casually strolled over there and said, I got you, buddy. I got you. First class trip to the blast zone as he takes game number 1.
It's hard for a penguin to survive in a lava area. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out here for King DDD, but gonna still try to make it work. It looks like the Game & Watch Ditto here coming through to start things off. Once again, Game & Watch, a very powerful character. Like I said, some of the most powerful aerials in the game, paper thin. And I mean, when William was able to take out Valdens Game & Watch with the final smash, that was such a big deal. Just comboing into that sky high. It was such an impressive play. And I think for William, that's when he really took that momentum and just took the lead.
Looking like a true finals right now, right? On Smashville. Such a counter-pick stage we usually see in tournaments. And the Ditto. I think it's really going to come down to who has better defense. This is such a defensive character that likes to use out-of-shield attacks, which involves holding your shield and then pressing an option right after, which is going into the case of William. I feel like he's using that shield and is really understanding as to when to attack, when to grab, and when to shield. And he is coming back, but as I say that, Valdens didn't like that comment very much.
Yeah, William obviously being able to kind of be almost one step ahead, and that can take you so far in a Ditto type situation, which we are seeing right now. A lot of control right now from William on the stage. Let's see if this party ball can lend some items, which could maybe be a little bit of a difference maker. Going to go right for that drill bit. I see the home run bat online as well as that ray gun. So a lot of different things can definitely go in the favor of Valdens to maybe make this comeback a little bit more of a reality. Oh, but just going to chuck out that drill bit. And there we go. First stop going to William.
And the drill still in hand for William. And King K. Rool, quite the large target. You can go ahead and rack up a ton of damage here. Still has the drill in hand. Not the entire one, but still you can utilize this item to go ahead and rack up a bunch of damage. The neutral are connecting. And look at this. Valdens K. Rool already in the triple digits. Already going to go ahead and exit stage left. And King DDD gonna go ahead and take the place.
What seemed impossible has become possible. We've seen King K. Rool looking undefeated and really just took that 0 to death, and now we're giving the throne to another king. Hopefully here can take the stock off of Williams' Game & Watch that has been on a rampage. That red color, right, I think has really promoted the kind of aggression that we're seeing, just making it so hard for Valdens to even charge up this final smash. We got the 9-2, the luck is here in his favor, E.
If you are Valdens, you're like, Game & Watch is so, like, I do not want to wait my final smash on this Game & Watch. I want to be able to take this stock off without that being the issue, and then maybe something can go. But I guess you kind of look at the landscape of how things are going. He's just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and get the job done right now. Kadusha as he takes off that first stock, much needed. But is the damage already done? William, such a commanding lead right now in the Jigglypuff. Maybe here to sing you a lullaby of destruction.
All right, King DDD still on deck here and was able to use the final smash. Like you said, E, I mean, maybe not the best case scenario, but at that point, you just got to get the Game & Watch out of this scenario just because Game & Watch so strong here for William. Gordo getting stuck underneath the stage, getting back on the stage here. And Jigglypuff, extremely like King DDD, hits extremely hard. Maybe we can get a very early stocks from Valdens to even this up.
There it is. Good night. Have a great rest of your nights, okay? Get that Pokemon sleep, Want to track that? I want to get those candies and level up here to a Wigglytuff.
I tried, Valdens. I tried.
Tried to will you back into it. Gotta appreciate that. But William would not be denied. A great effort from Bowdens. He definitely gave us a couple of great matches for sure. But William said, you know what? I kind of like this seat. I don't think I'm going to get up right now because he just booked himself a trip to the finals here at the Squad Strike Challenge 2023 event.
Yeah, and I got to say, throughout this entire tournament, William looks like the strongest player so far. I mean, Williams has taken out many opponents with just one character. So, I mean, in terms of just player strength, Williams looking very poised to go ahead and take this tournament. But we'll see if he can go ahead and close it out in the finals. You got one more match to go.
I feel this strong suit from William has been that one character, right? But now he's got to go against someone who has shown multiple characters having that same diversity in skill and adaptation, right?
Yep.
Might lose that 3 stock by that one character, but don't forget we do have that adaptation and that adaptability coming in for Danny. So, and he's coming in with a smile too, and you already know he's gonna have a good time. And when there is a player that is not afraid to lose, that is the strongest and the scariest player to fight on the stage.
No doubt about that. And we have seen 8 great players throughout this bracket. Let's take a look at it one more time so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. These are your top 2 winning their semi-matches. That is going to be Danny Issues and William. I will say, every time we've seen William on this stage so far, 2-0, and typically in convincing fashion. Danny, seen him have to fight through a couple of nail biters for sure, but that tells me right there, he's a fighter, he's a scrapper. He's not going to make it easy on you. So as good and dominant as William has been, this is likely going to be his toughest challenge of this top 8 bracket we've seen yet, Charles.
2 very different styles. I mean, Danny loves to throw all these different curveballs, loves to switch up his roster in the middle of a set. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3 could be completely different rosters every single time. William always sticking with that Mr. Game & Watch, right? And of course, that really has done many things, many good things for William here. So we'll see what kind of character matchups we get coming into the finals. I'm very excited.
Me too. The defense, right? That defensive play, but still such an aggressive opening, I feel, is the strat from William, where he starts as, let's see what you got, and I'm going to really counter that option, that triangle, right, of like grab, shield, attack.
Yep.
He's been utilizing that so well. So I'm interested to see how Danny really answers that triangle and see if he can really adapt to that. And of course he does, opening with the Lucas that really came into play that last set. The Yoshi is back as well. That has done a lot of damage. That was his one character that really annihilated and made that comeback last set. Good night.
I'm just going to say it right now. I'm a little nervous for Danny because I see the link. Now, I've seen the link a couple times.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hasn't quite been that guy. But maybe in the finals, this is the chance to really show up. But a shield break might just break the spirit of Danny. William, 0 to death. See you later. What a huge lead to start this finals out with for William.
I think William might have heard me. He was like, you know what? You didn't give props to the Jigglypuff. I'll show you what I got. Gets a shield break on one of the harder characters to get a shield break on Yoshi here. And go ahead and going to get that confirmed into the rest. Utilizing that up air, get that little pop-up, and then comboing into the rest. The very strongest tool here for Jigglypuff.
Absolutely, and you know what? We want to see this Link come out to play, but now Zed even, you know, she's singing a lullaby and she's still doing okay. But there you go in the sand at the moment. Oh, we're gonna see a lot of ground type. That kind of wall is gonna help create some tech situations and really diversity. And finally, that damage is racking up here on that Jigglypuff. This sword is not coming, and I don't know how he's gonna recover against someone like Jigglypuff. But that fair, nearly just missing that edge guard. Danny though. Going at the speed of sound, not gonna go ahead and be fast enough though to knock Link almost the up there. I believe that was a misinput.
Yeah, that really, honestly, that whip on that fair off stage really kind of came down to the timing on William just being a little bit off. So Danny kind of catching a bit of a break, but he doesn't want to let, get comfortable to those kind of things happening. And you already know, bringing out the wind transformation of Stadium number 2, gonna make an already floaty Jigglypuff that much more floaty. But of course, the absolute effectiveness of this character, William, has shown that in spades as you're seeing this dominant game number 1 continue to get out of hand for Danny, but finally gets a stock and maybe can invigorate this offense a little bit.
Yeah, the Lucas really coming to play. Lucas having some very hard-hitting smash attacks here. Danny utilizing that, gonna wipe that Jigglypuff off the map here, but now the Ridley is coming into play, and we've seen William on this Ridley, especially off stage, can be really efficient in how he utilize all these different tools. The smash ball going to go in the control of Danny, but switching it right back, and William just going back and forth here. This smash ball can't find a home.
really can't. I mean, it just wants to play in the playground. It doesn't want to be anybody's, okay? You gotta rent that. And again, here we go. Another opportunity here. William literally almost losing his life, taking that risk, knowing that you have another character, does land that smash bill. And you know we're gonna destroy and save every Metroid out there by the demon himself, Ridley.
Absolute destruction. I think that final smash was the perfect imagery for exactly what we saw for Williams' bracket run. Just destruction through his path en route to trying to capture this championship. Now just one game away as Danny finds himself with another issue to overcome, and maybe he can make this a contest, but it ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, and it looks like, okay, both players opting to go
Wait,
random for the entire roster. They really want to give us a show, and the crowd popping off here. We are going to see quite the interactions, and I wonder what kind of characters we'll get here.
This is probably the best finals we could get,
Yes.
Charles, okay? I mean, this is the test of the skill, right? Not only do you have to learn these characters right away and get lucky that you know any of these characters, but you also have to know how these characters use tools of different stages and item play. So Samus, Dark Samus is going to be starting out. Sheik, I'm so sorry, they are not the same. Both my favorite ladies, but not the same. We got Sheik, Legend of Zelda, Ike from Fire Emblem going into ARMS. The stadium here, really a large blast zone with a wall and a ceiling, right? So you don't want to forget that either, because this may look like a large zone that you can skyrocket into those skyscrapers, but this is, you're not going to actually get hit them.
100%. I absolutely love Spring Stadium as somebody who's an avid ARMS fan. I'm so glad that this stage was able to make an appearance in what could possibly be the final match of the tournament. If William has anything to say about that, Sheik, you're a little light right now. I don't know if that Akins die is going to help you right now, and it is not. Off the top and to the bottom, William dominating in this opening exchange.
The powerful final smash coming out from Ike, utilizing that armor, and of course, you can't block these final smash attacks. You saw the shield was up for Danny, but final smashes, they don't care. They're going to go on right through their block and just going to go ahead and deal a ton of damage and get that stock usually, right?
I'm extremely
did it?
surprised that fire sword did not actually go through the counter from Ike. There was no interaction there, but what is going on? Williams on a tear. Again, you should be scared of the players that are not caring about the loss. You know, they're here to win. They want to play even the most random of characters. They're at Nintendo Live. They want to have fun. They're going to be thrown wherever, whenever, and they are here to really do the business and use these tools to their own fun and advantage.
I have no doubt about it that William is having a lot of fun, but Danny finally able to utilize that killing edge to get that stock off. Now let's see. I see Olimar here with the home run bat, and there it is. Listen, that William is having a lot of
Again, you should be scared of the players that are not caring about the loss. You know, they're here to win. They want to play even the most random of characters. They're at Nintendo Live. They want to have fun. They're going to be thrown wherever, whenever, and they are here to really do the business and use these tools to their own fun and advantage.
I have no doubt about it that William is having a lot of fun, but Danny finally able to utilize that killing edge to get that stock off. Now let's see. I see Olimar here with the home run bat, and there it is. Listen, that
As much as we do and as much as everyone here does. The crowd, you were incredible. Thank you. Give yourselves a clap, guys. Please, let's go. Thank you. E, let's close it out and let's say thanks to all.
You already know, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Congratulations again to William for winning the Squad Strike Challenge Championship. Make sure you guys enter the sweepstakes. And of course, make sure you guys are tuning in every single day because we got more competitions from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well as Splatoon 3 and of course the Amiibo tournament that's going down Sunday. You'll see that beautiful face of Kels on the mic again. But for myself, EE, Charles, and Kels, that'll do it from us. You guys have a wonderful night and we'll catch you next time.